Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? This rainy evening here in San Diego. So if you look around me, it's pretty wet out here. So anyway, my name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego. And of course I talk about the EOS blockchain, among other things. And I'd like to talk about the Libra coin one more time tonight, because I think it's very, very, very important. In fact, I've been watching a lot of videos and reading the white paper on Libra, and I think a lot of people are just they're not really giving it the credit that it deserves as far as how much it's opening the door for people to start to investigate and understand cryptocurrencies. It's a little frustrating for me to watch some of the analysts talk about it, because I can see that they really don't understand it very well. But in a way, it's kind of frustrating for me. But in a way, it's kind of something that I'm glad to see, because I'm glad to see that now they're thinking this is something that they need to think about, they need to look at, and they need to evaluate and study and be able to talk on a higher level about. So that's what's going on right now. You have a lot of people starting to become interested in cryptocurrencies because of Facebook's announcement. And also, I think it's kind of interesting that Facebook announces a white paper. I mean, it used to be white papers were just nerdy IT things. White paper is something that was always dealt with some IT solution or some technical side with IT. But now Facebook releases a white paper on their coin, on their cryptocurrency. And some people aren't even calling it a cryptocurrency. In fact, I've heard some people argue that it's just another form of Visa, MasterCard, and a PayPal. And it's just a different way of doing it, a more streamlined way of doing it, a way of doing it that makes it more efficient and quicker to make payments clear. And that's not what it is. It's actually a cryptocurrency blockchain. You know, and you can read that in the white paper. So that's kind of the frustrating thing to me about a lot of people not really understanding what this is about, and probably not really understanding the fact that Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies are going to be much more valuable because of the announcement by Facebook the other day. And you can already see that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting real close to $10,000. Like they say, if Bitcoin makes 10,000, it can make 20,000. If it makes 20,000, it can make 50. And if it makes 50, as my good friend Mr. McAfee says, it can make 1 million. So hey, we don't know how far it's going to go, and we always know there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin out there, and there'll never be any more. So it is a limited resource. And I think that the Facebook announcement makes Bitcoin more valuable, makes EOS more valuable, it makes all blockchains more valuable. One of the interesting things about Libra when I read the white paper is that they're struggling with how to become decentralized, as all blockchains struggle with that. I mean, if you do the mining protocol, you become a very unscalable solution for millions and millions and millions of people. If you choose the people to run the nodes, as Bitcoin's doing, I mean, as Libra's doing in the beginning, then you kind of centralized and controlled. But they're going to try to work that out. In a way, in the beginning, it's going to be a group of people that they select, but as it evolves, they'll probably evolve into some other kind of form of decentralization. But they are very heavy on wanting it to be decentralized, and very heavy on the fact that they want it to be easy for everybody to use, they want it to be scalable, and they want it to be decentralized. And where have we heard this before? I mean, this is exactly out of the EOS playbook. Decentralized, scalable platform that allows a lot of people to use it at incredible speeds. So that's what we're talking about here. So this is a real gateway for people to understand and start to think about cryptocurrencies. And I think it's going to do a lot of good for all the cryptocurrencies. We know where this is going. I mean, it's not like anybody had to invent this idea. It was going to come about anyway. There was no way that the current system was going to stay in place very much longer. It just doesn't have the adequate needs of what our technology today is. So currencies that trade, fiat currencies that trade with borders and with permissions and with all kinds of issues, debt, taxes, all the other stuff that goes along with currencies. That former system had to go away, and it was inevitable something was going to take its place. something was going to think of some way of doing something different, and that was inevitable for it to happen because a new way had to give away, a new system had to give away to the current system that we have, the current system of currencies and all this other stuff. The other thing I think was very interesting to me is that they're talking about backing Libra, Facebook coin with a number of different currencies and U.S. treasuries and U.S. this and U.S. that, and a lot of other currencies around the world, just a basket of currencies. So they're not giving full weight and value to the U.S. dollar. They're saying it's going to be a number of other currencies. So obviously they're looking at a basket of things to back the currency, back the Libra coin. So a lot of things going on, like I say, mostly the fact that I see Bitcoin going up, and I see a lot of other interesting things, and I see that the Facebook idea is not set in stone, that they'll be working on this and as all cryptocurrencies, trying to perfect it and make it better, but knowing that's the direction that we're going and that's the direction we're going to take. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. How you doing?
Joining the party.
Yeah. Not quite live streaming.
Yes!
I'll have to. Yeah. All right.
Welcome to Carl's Bad Night Live.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Alaska.
You're from Alaska.
I am.
Right.
Look at this.
So this weather isn't so much different
And
for
then
you.
no, we're not used to rain. We just fucking die in the cold.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay. Have a good evening. Alaska. All right. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.